What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pulse Rally Testing. I'm Zach. I got my boy Country with me as always. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Super excited to be back in Naples, Florida. But I'm also very excited to talk about the 911 Turbo S.
2022, like you said, Porsche 911 Turbo S. We have these nice, well-rounded, iconic Porsche Matrix LED lights. Let you go as far as the eye can see. They're unbelievable, and they'll even adjust a little bit when you're taking a tight corner or anything like that for you. Iconic Porsche emblem. I mean, come on. And then you have your front-facing camera right here. Right below that, you have your sensors. You have your collision mitigation system, cruise control. It helps with your cruise control, everything like that. Now, one thing that we'd absolutely be remiss in not noting, this flap right here. So this works in conjunction with the rear wing. So when you bring the rear wing all the way up, this will come out and it'll give you less drag, it'll give you cleaner air, and it'll give you much more downforce going down, you know, high speeds like a track or just a runway or anything like that. It's really, really cool, yeah.
Well, that's super cool.
Take a walk with me over to the side of the car. We could take a look at some of the things over here. Beautiful, beautiful spoked rims. 20 inches in the front, 21s in the rear. Now, I know a lot of my car lovers and most importantly, my Porsche lovers are gonna know what this means. But these yellow brake calipers are actually an indicator of something really, really cool. This Pulse Rally Testing member has got carbon ceramic brakes, and that comes standard on the Turbo S, where on the Porsche Turbo, you'd have to add that as an option. You got no brake dust with carbon ceramic brakes, much more durability. You have crazy stopping power at very, very high speeds. In fact, carbon ceramic brakes are actually used on very, very high-end space shuttles. So that gives you like an idea. So just as far as braking goes, that's where you want to be.
So this is a cheat code.
It's a cheat code, exactly.
To any eye that sees this, understands that feature's already inside here.
That feature is already inside.
Amazing.
That car's got that option, yeah. Now, if we come to the mirror, of course, you're gonna see on each mirror a tiny little camera that's gonna help with your 360-degree panoramic view when you're inside. And also, it is in conjunction with the lane assistance system. So if you start to drift out of your lane a little bit, those cameras help that system react and keep you in your lane. Right here, we have a nice air vent that's gonna cool the brakes, that's gonna give you better airflow going at high speeds. All right, so now we're at the rear of the 911 Turbo S. First thing you notice, of course, you have that nice, beautiful LED light bar going across the entire rear of the car. You do have some air vents right up here above the engine bay for a little bit of cooling. And then you have this super, super nice manually adjustable rear wing. You can adjust it right from the driver's seat with a touch of a button. When it's in its full upright position, which it is right now, that's gonna give you the most traction and the most downforce going at high speeds. And remember, it worked in conjunction with that front wing we saw underneath in the front of the car. So super, super cool system by Porsche. You have the sport exhaust system, sounds absolutely incredible than if you were to get a standard exhaust.
But one thing that really stands out to me about this is not only the wing, but in its highest position doesn't take away from the car. It's some wings that I've seen in Porsche that have taken away from the car.
Yeah.
Because the wing is just on another level.
I totally agree.
I'm really curious about something. You step back, like, is it me or like, do you notice something? Like, why it's so bulky? Like, why it's so
bulky and wide?
Yeah.
So mainly for stability. You know, this car is track ready. You know, so that's why you got the 21s in the rear too, because of that wide stance that the car takes.
Yeah.
So when you're trying to go into a corner on a track at a very, very high speeds, you need that stability, you need that confidence in the car. And that's something that, I mean, Porsche has practically mastered.
Well, listen, Porsche has mastered this, and it's a work of art, what we're just seeing right now. But I'm ready to see the inside of this beauty.
Yeah, let's go. All right, so we're finally inside the brand new 2022 Porsche 911 Turbo S. And the first thing I noticed when I sat in the car is the multi-contour 18-way seats. There are so many different options and things that you can do to your seats and maneuver them in a way that'll give you that perfect driver position, and they are unbelievably comfortable. You do have the classic iconic Porsche ignition switch on the left side of the steering column. This was back in the day when Porsche had a distance racing team. They decided to put the ignition switch on the left, and it saved them, you know, I don't know, whatever, couple of seconds during the race that they found. And ever since then, the ignition switch in a Porsche stayed on the left. It's pretty cool. You do have the paddle shifters right here mounted on the back of the steering wheel, of course. Now, this is an automatic PDK Porsche transmission, but you do have the option to put it in manual mode and use the paddle shifters if you wish. The gauge cluster is very beautiful. It's very clean. There's not too much going on. It's very driver focused. I like that. And I would say the gauge cluster looks pretty similar to most recent models, like even a Taycan or something of that nature from the Porsche lineup. There is so much technology packed in to this infotainment system though. Porsche calls it the Porsche Communications Management System, and they have completely updated it, and there are amazing, amazing features. If you come down to the car tab here, this is all the different ways you can configure the vehicle to exactly what you prefer. So we have wet mode here for wet conditions, normal, sport, and sport plus. That's part of the Sport Chrono package, and you also do have that knob on the steering wheel right here where you can also switch those driving modes. You can open the exhaust here, and you can also adjust that rear wing that we were talking about outside. Super, super cool. Press of a button, you hold it, it'll even show on the display what position the wing is sitting in, and you can decide where you want it. Now remember, that also works with the front wing underneath the car. So when that wing comes all the way up, that front air diffuser at the bottom underneath it will come out as well. It's a really, really cool system. You can come here to your different displays, change up your gauge clusters, anything like that, make it a little bit more user-friendly to however you want to configure the car. Climate control, you have different apps here. Breakdown call, you know, should the worst happen, you can just hit that, you get in contact with someone right away. Or if you need a hotel or any attractions, it'll just come right up. Now you do have the assistance. So we were talking about that safety and those safety features on the outside of the car a little bit. Now you have Porsche lane change assist, lane keep assist, and then they call it their active safe system. And it's that full 360-degree view around the car that we get from the cameras. I feel like a boss, man. The engine noise is unbelievable. The handling is unbelievable. Right now we're in Sport Plus mode. The acceleration, I mean, instant. Instant.
Yo, warn me next time. You just can't do that like that.
It's unbelievable, man.
Oh.
There's absolutely no lag whatsoever. It's so responsive. It'll throw you back just like that if you're not ready for it. I was ready for it, still threw me back.
And this is Porsche's fastest production line they
Exactly.
ever put. So like, we got the best of both worlds.
Dude,
right now.
We are in an absolute iconic car. This is the pinnacle of the Porsche brand as far as the 911 lineup goes. You know, you do have the 911 Turbo as well. That'll still give you a very respectable 572 horsepower. But remember, we're in a Porsche Turbo S right now. We have 640 horsepower.
What?
640 horsepower. So you look at the price difference. If power, especially,
interesting.
yeah, especially if power is something that's important to you, you look at the price difference, it might turn you off a little bit. But when you look at just how vastly wide that is, from 572 all the way to 640, whew, and man, does she sing. I mean, come on, dude. It doesn't get better than that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So it's safe to say right now, and I believe, just speaking for both of us,
Yeah.
this has to be the fastest production Porsche we have ever been. This is the fastest production Porsche. Am I right or wrong on this?
You are right. This is one of the fastest production, not just Porsches, this is one of the fastest production cars, period, I've ever gotten to drive. I mean, I feel so lucky right now. We should feel so lucky right now that we got our hands on one of these. The demand for these and the price on these and everything, you cannot get your hands on one of these right now, man. And then once you do get your hands on it, whatever price you see on that sticker, you better have about $100,000 more. That is what they're going for right now.
That's insane.
It's crazy. The car market is absolutely just, you know, for these amazing cars, for these sports cars, it's just through the roof right now.
And car lovers that love Porsche, they're willing to wait.
It's such an expensive and such a valuable car that you don't want to put a ton of miles on it because you still want it to hold its value.
Absolutely.
But it's like, I would know that and I would have that in the back of my mind. But if I own this thing, I would be looking for reasons to go for a drive. You know what I mean?
Totally
And I would take it. I'd be like, oh, I got to go to the bank. All right, let me hop in the Porsche. Oh, we got to go to the grocery store. All right, I got to grab milk. Let me hop in the Porsche. You know, like. You realize, you know, a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ would get smoked by this thing. Like,
what?
Dude, we are in a rocket ship. It's so crazy, man. Like, it's just so sporty and so aggressive, but like, I feel like we're sitting in a sedan right now.
Exactly. I will tell you this. I love the fact it doesn't have the sport, like those bucket seats.
Yeah.
And this is like,
it's nice leather,
really,
you know.
The leather's amazing. The color in here is on another level.
Yeah.
This cherry red, I would guess you would call this?
Yeah, maybe a little bit darker. I like it. Maybe cherry red. I don't know what else to call it, but yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice. I love it. I love it. I don't know exactly what the name Porsche has for it. If you guys know, let us know. Please let us know what the name of this interior is as far as the red goes, but I love it.
I'm so happy. Like, a couple Porsches I've been in, got the sports seats, you know, those bucket seats, and I'm just like, I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
This right here, I'm way comfortable.
Right.
A lot of space, a lot of leg room.
Right.
This is my type of Porsche that I want to be in.
And it exceeds your expectations, right? I mean, every part of the car, it probably would exceed anyone's expectations, but when you talk about the capabilities of this car and what this car was designed to be able to do, like you wouldn't expect to get seats this comfortable.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
They're the shape of sports seats, yes, but the leather is very cushioned. It's nice. You've got ventilated seats and heated seats, so whatever climate you're in, you're good to go there. You'll be nice and comfortable. You could stay warm, keep cool.
Let's talk about the dash. How does the steering wheel feel for you? How does the dash look for you as you're driving right now? Because I think everything, what I see, fits perfect.
Porsche handling is just second to none. I mean, honestly, I don't really know how else to say it, how else to put it. Porsche's handling is on another level, and this car, I mean, it makes sense. This car is literally designed for the track. You know what I mean? So, and they've perfected that, but 10 out of 10 as far as the handling and the steering goes. It's so responsive. I don't get any oversteer. I don't get understeer. I get exactly what I asked for when I turn the wheel, and it's amazing. I like the paddle shifters here. They're nice. They're sleek if I want to throw it in manual and engage in the car a little bit more and engage in the driving experience a little bit more.
Yes.
Now, it does have that PDK transmission that Porsche has perfected, and I've yet to meet a human alive who can shift better than Porsche's PDK system. So I don't really ever put a Porsche in manual, but man, if I wanted to engage in it a little bit more, I could, you know? And that's the beauty of it, you know?
Okay.
I really, really want to talk about this dash because you know how I am. You don't need anything more than this. This is a race car. We are going fast as hell, okay? This is what we want. I want to see my RPMs right in the middle. Nice old school dial, just like it's supposed to be in a sports car with a bright needle letting me know where I'm at. I like the digitalization on the sides. I'm fine with that, with my miles per hour right underneath it. Yeah. That's fine, but it's clean, it's neat. I will say this though, they really, really missed something with how far they brought the digitalization out, because I am totally blind to where my gas tank is and where my PSI is, and totally blind to the time and the degrees outside. I can't see any of it. It's perfectly right behind this part of the steering wheel. And you know what I'm about to say next about this roof.
Yo, don't be talking about the stuff I love to talk about.
All right.
Yo, I love the fact that we got a sunroof right here. This is amazing.
I wasn't even gonna talk about the sunroof. I was gonna talk about the Alcantara. I was gonna leave you the sunroof, see?
You know what? I was waiting to see if he was gonna mention that because he's a big fan.
I like the leather, but like maybe on the sides or the top and the bottom, I think that would have been cool. But I mean, whatever, it is what it is. It's a beautiful wheel.
Let's touch really quick on the center. How do you like the to put it in drive, you know, park manual?
Yeah.
How do you like these features? Like I think they could have added a little bit something more to some flair to it. But
I agree.
But also like it doesn't look bad though.
No, it doesn't look bad at all. It's clean, it's straightforward. I mean, you know, Porsche is like, Porsche knows they have the PDK in here. Yeah. That's what you're worried about. I would like this to look more like I'm in the fastest production Porsche right now. It just looks, I don't know.
But that's the point. Everyone knows you're in the fastest production
right.
Porsche.
If you know, you know.
You know from the outside.
Right.
You know,
that's
people
true.
are really not looking on how this thing gets starts or how you put it in drive. They know you're driving the fastest production Porsche made of this. Okay, can I finish what I'm saying?
I had to do it to him. It's insane.
You know, I'm over about to say, you're like screaming, like, ah!
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
But the outside is just so mean. It has that real aggressive bulk look to it. Like it looks like it's flexing. What a day.
Tell me that was worth the flight.
Definitely, 100%. 100%.
Dude, unreal. You have any favorite parts? Anything you want to touch on?
Well,
What'd you like?
First and foremost, the aggressiveness in this car was unbelievable.
It's crazy.
Like you could just feel it when the car. The other thing with me, comfortability is everything to me.
Yeah.
As a big guy like myself,
yeah.
I fit in this. This is a perfect car for me.
Yeah.
Like,
and you didn't look awkward in the car. Like you fit in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, some people, they be looking, you know, just too tight. It's not their car. But a bigger guy like you, it was good. It felt good. The ride felt good. Everything.
What was your favorite part?
The steering and the performance. So all this technology that we got packed in this car was not overshadowed, but the performance was just unbelievable.
Totally
You
agree.
know what I mean? The performance was unbelievable. So when you want the highest performance, but you want state-of-the-art technology, look no further. Look no further than the 2022 Porsche 911 Turbo S.
If you're not following us on Instagram, please give us a follow and a like. And if you want to be a part of this,
hit us up. This could be you. This could be your car. You want to be part of the Pulse Rally testing family? Hit us up on Instagram or any of our socials, and we would love to have a chance to test one of your vehicles. Until then, we will see you next time. You want to drive now?
yeah.
All right, let's go.